Thank you, Zoe. Next we have Jacob Ball.
So there's like a lot of people here, right? So I got a problem. My in-laws are here, so I can't read sexual poems about my wife. And my wife's here, so I can't read sexual poems about my girlfriend. Just kidding. This is, how do you scream in Morse code? When I was a kid, the guns were plastic, and blood and sand make a muddy paste, and the grenades were balloons filled with water. Now metal shards tear holes behind deafening noises. I never thought of loading up a Tonka truck with M80s and blowing it up. And burned bodies smell awful, and lots of things smell nice on fire: incense and mesquite and Yankee candles, and even gunpowder from my memory, but not babies. And blood clots promise me something, except bodies heal faster than mine, and some souls never do, and I have an infection that smells of burning and will not amputate. But my M16 is plastic too. We'll alternate a little bit, and I'll cry about the Army, and then I'll lighten it up, and then I'll cry some. Green, just cut, now night, and cooler. Toes, then whole feet, smish, smashing. Scott's weed eater and a John Deere make a gigantic cubist middle-class moral stand. America at its red, white, and Kentucky bluest. Dandelion, you're screwing up my fucking statement. My life is like my chicken pox, left alone with a marked face while everyone else went to the fair. They brought back toys, but they kept the good ones and gave me the leftovers. And my babysitter said it would be okay. And there's always next year. Everyone always says there will be next year, but I don't know that I've ever seen next year. But my face still bears all the marks of all my last years. Bosnia isn't a real place to me. Not a war zone or a genocide, not a Serb, a Croat, or a Muslim, not a bunch of baby blue berets. No, Bosnia is none of these things. Bosnia isn't news to me or anyone else, especially the survivors. Bosnia isn't a story. It doesn't shock me or touch my heart or make me cry anymore. Bosnia isn't anything new. I am Hannibal's white elephant, doomed to fail with nightmares of Bosnian body parts swimming bodiless, ringing my ears with the Liberty Bell every time a rifle cracks the cold, dark silence. I am singing songs of doom, mainly my own, perched softly behind history's wounds that I will write, that will be buried with burned pieces of flesh that will have never existed in Bosnia. I will be safe behind my pen as I was behind their gun, with the inertia of 1,000 years of textual irony behind me. Bosnia's baby boy, thrice the victim, born, dead, now killed again. Because I am Hannibal, failing, and every time I close my eyes I see unreal places, roofless and burned, bodies invisible in thermal scopes, ghosted images in a hunt to find and destroy any sign of molecular movement, and none of this is anything new, except that I am suddenly so cold, and Bosnia isn't even a real place to me. My friend got shot in the head, but he lived, sort of. Mercury is rising, but not the temperature yet. It's only 3:27 a.m., and I've just finished lacing my blood type in church into my boots. And at 11:19, they will come running. Smoke follows fragmentation, whistling, wafting, and tearing. And they'll find my legs under a pile of And in accordance with my toe tag, I'll get several pints of AB positive and some parting words from John Calvin. At 12:02 p.m., I will get quiet and they quieter. The smell of sweat covers up something more rancid, emerging from under my flag. I have done my final Spartan deed. And at 4:45 a.m., two sergeants with glass black shoes tell my mom something patriotic and kind about valor and sacrifice. And it is well past high noon, and she is still crying. I carry a heavy burden. It weighs me down and oppresses me. My burden bows my back like so much soft wood. I've been chewing on a toothpick for a while, and it reminds me, soaked in spit, of what my burden does to my back. I carry a heavy burden, as I said before. I believe it's heavier than yours. This burden of mine bowing my back as burdens tend to do. I wish someone would carry some of it for me. But it's not that kind of back bowing. Remember, the toothpick burden, mine is a secret. And secret burdens are especially heavy. You have to carry them alone. At least I do. As I carry my secrets alone, oppressed, chewing on toothpicks and my fingernails, I wait for the gunshot. But they say you never hear gunshots, so I wait, burdened, not to hear the gunshot. I wait, waking, walking, bowed, chewing, back bent, to fall over dead. I wait for someone else to hear the gunshot, and then, bearing some of my burden, call an ambulance. Thanks.